Looking to live in Novato and commute to work in San Francisco? Location matters, but so does timing. Today, I'm going to break down the 5 neighborhoods in South Novato that give you the cleanest access to Highway 101, and I'll give you some straight talk about how to beat the rush hour commute. First, let's talk about what you're really up against. The heavy southbound commute from Novato lasts from about 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., with the peak hours being 7 to 8. If you can leave the house by 6:30 a.m., you can get downtown in about 35 to 45 minutes. And if you hit peak rush hour, you're looking at more like 60 minutes, 90 minutes if there's delays or an accident. Leaving San Francisco, if you can leave before 4:30 and maybe after 6:30, you're going to miss the peak hours. If you do hit the peak commute hours in the afternoons, well, you're going to be in for a longer ride. Now, here's why these 5 neighborhoods matter. They minimize your time spent on surface streets. And every minute you save on surface streets is 1 minute that you're not spending in stop and go traffic. So let's break these down from the most affordable to the most expensive. Starting with Loma Verde, your most affordable option. These are classic ranch style homes built in the 50s and 60s, typically on quarter-acre lots and averaging about 1,600 square feet. Prices on these homes have ranged over the last 6 months from about 1.1 million to 1.4 million. And most importantly, you are a mere 1 to 2 minutes off of the on ramp onto Highway 101 South. Next, let's talk about Pacheco Valley. This is the southernmost neighborhood in Novato. It consists of townhomes, which range in price from about 850 to $1 million. And then deeper back into the neighborhood is a wooded enclave of single family homes that are priced, generally speaking, in the range of about 1.6 million into the mid 2 million range. This is also a neighborhood that has access to all kinds of outdoor activities. There's a park and ride right there. And again, depending on where you are in that neighborhood, you're looking at a 1 to 2 minute access to Highway 101 to maybe 3 and 4 if you're all the way back in one of the bigger homes at the far end of the neighborhood. Hamilton Field offers something completely unique. This is a master plan community on a former Air Force base with homes that range in pricing from about 1.35 up to well over 2 million for a discrete neighborhood with high-end homes. But these homes have a surface street time rather, from about 2 minutes to 5 minutes, depending on where you are. Moreover, you can avoid the commute entirely by taking the SMART train, which has a platform in Hamilton Field and taking that to the Larkspur Ferry and then taking the ferry into the city, avoiding the commute entirely. Moving on up, we have Pointe Marin, which is a newer home planned community built in around 2000 to 2005. These homes sell for anywhere in the range of 1.4 to 2.5 million, depending on what it is you want. And drive time to Highway 101 South on ramp is about 2 to 3 minutes. And finally, Marin Country Club Estates, your premium option. Homes here range from about 1.7 for entry level to well over 3.5 million for a really nice house in a primo location. Commute times to the freeway, depending on where you are in Marin Country Club Estates, can range from about 2 minutes to 7 minutes. Pro tip: many of my friends and clients swear by the early commute doctrine. That is, leave the house by 6:30, get to San Francisco quickly, have a little snack, maybe get a workout in before work starts, and then try to get home try to leave the office, that is, before 4:30. And if work runs a little bit late, maybe sticking around till 6:30 so they can avoid the heavier traffic northbound on the way out of San Francisco. Bottom line, all 5 of these neighborhoods offer excellent access to the freeway. The tricky thing is making sure that you understand it's not just proximity, but it's also timing that's going to affect your commute. Want best value? Loma Verde. Want newer homes? Point Marin. Want access to trails and hiking? Pacheco Valley. Want golf course living? Marin Country Club Estates. Want multimodal access to alternatives to driving? Hamilton Field. If you're thinking of moving to Novato or would like detailed insights about any of the neighborhoods discussed today, please feel free to drop a comment below or reach out directly. I'm Kyle Frazier with Imagine Marin, and I'd love to help. And may your commute be ever in your favor.